If Henry's decided your wife's guilty, then a little secret meeting isn't going to make any difference. If she's smart, she'll take whatever deal my husband offered her.
Can I ask you a question, Madison? What deal did he cut with you to get you to marry him?
No deal at all. We married for love.
I know he did. Love for power and money. What do you get out of it? Besides being ignored.
My husband is a very busy man.
Yeah. He's busy paying attention to my wife.
Take the deal or don't, Mrs. Slater. Either way, you're going to prison. And I look forward to that day.
I don't hear you denying that you'd like to put your wife away. Did I hit a nerve?
This is about one thing and one thing only. A man is dead, Mrs. Slater. You killed him. Once you're locked up for life, then justice will be served.
Can't be easy. Ambitious husband, high-profile job, must make for a lonely marriage.
As opposed to the love fest that you have with your wife? I do know the reason why you remarried, so you can drop the pretense.
Fair enough.
You don't know anything about me or my life.
I know you don't walk away when you should. I've been guilty of that myself.
If you need the table, I'm happy to leave.
Where are you gonna go? An empty house?
I have plenty to keep myself occupied at home.
You shouldn't be alone with your thoughts right now. Cut the deck.
Justice? That's what you call ripping an innocent mother away from her children?
You wanted to talk. You begged me to come over. So what do? I show up in good faith, expecting to cut some sort of deal, and instead you attempt to bribe me.
What's the difference between a bribe and a deal?
I'm a busy man, Mrs. Slater. I don't enjoy having my time wasted.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry if I'm boring you, but this is my life we're talking about. I will not confess to a crime I didn't commit.
Your husband did. He was willing to spend the rest of his life behind bars when he had no business being there. Now, why would he do that? To protect you. Because he knew the truth. You pulled that trigger and lodged a bullet in a man's back.
No, I did not fire that gun.
That's interesting, considering your prints are all over the murder weapon, not to mention the numerous witnesses who can place you at the scene of the crime.
Okay, the entire town was at the mansion that night.
The entire town wasn't holding the murder weapon.
You're gonna need a lot more than theories to convince the jury.
Sadly, most jurors don't even understand the concept of reasonable doubt. No, they see what I tell them to see. And that's you on the Chandler Terrace with a smoking gun. The very same gun that killed Stuart Chandler.
Get out of my house, now.
Yeah, that should just about do it, shouldn't it? What? Oh, this isn't some last-ditch effort to try to get me to drop the charges. No, this is just you buying time.
Time for what?
For your husband to work my wife? Word of caution, Mrs. Slater. I'm not someone you want to mess with. I'll see you in court. You and your wife have this bribing thing down to a science, don't you?
I don't follow.
The hell you don't. This case is going to trial, Mr. Slater. All the chips in the world aren't going to change that.
Henry, I understand you got a job to do. So do I. This is my casino. Gotta take care of people.
Woo!
Look how happy she is.
She has a problem
That's been established.
with gambling. And I don't need you making it worse.
I'm not the one left her alone in the casino, Hank. Just keeping her company.
Madison, it's time to go.
But I'm on a
Hey, Madison. Anytime you want, okay?
Yes, very, very nice, thank you.
Stay the hell away from my wife.
Oh, what, Henry?
Sometimes I feel like a boy, sometimes I feel like a man. So many lessons I've learned, so much I don't
Hey, it's me.
understand.
I'm so sorry. I totally blew it with North. Is he at the casino? He knows what we're doing.
It's okay. I think I figured out a way to get to him.
I'll meet you in Frankie's room, okay? Something I can do for you?
Well, we went to the police station. They said you were here.
How's Frankie?
We don't really know yet. What's going on?
I need you to do something for me. I need you to look into the DA's past.
Why?
I want to see if there's any history of violence or abuse.
Okay, where's this coming from?
Well, you should have seen the way that he spoke to me and the way he looked at me at the house. The guy clearly has personal space
Wait a
issues.
minute, hold up, back up. You were with the DA tonight alone?
Yes, I was. I wanted to deal with North on my own.
Unbelievable. And you were on board with this, Zach?
She can take care of herself.
When are you two gonna learn that taking the law into your own hands is just gonna make things harder for everybody except the DA? Everything you said to this man is admissible in court. Zach, come on.
No, it's okay. Jesse, it's fine. He did most of the talking. And the guy doesn't really think much of his wife, does he?
You start digging around this guy's personal life, it's gonna piss him off. An angry DA is a dangerous DA. He'll be out for your blood.
And he isn't already? He's trying to nail Kendall for something she didn't do. Have we all forgotten that?
Nobody's forgotten anything. And you know I'm working my butt off to find out what really happened that night.
You're gonna have to work harder, Jesse.
All right, okay. So all of the evidence still points to me.
At this time, yes. But it's all circumstantial. He needs to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, well, he didn't seem too worried about that.
Well, that's because he's so full of himself. But the odds are in your favor. Don't do anything to change that.
Sorry, Jesse. Sorry we kept you from your son. Come on.
That's not exactly an okay, Chief. We'll back off. Got every available detective working the Chandler murder case, and when I find something new on Kendall, you'll be the first to know.
No, I'm here about her husband. Where do we stand on the case against Zach Slater?
Slater is protected by spousal privilege. His confessions are inadmissible.
Oh, what about the fact that he assaulted one of your men?
Dr. Ponce.
I must have missed when that happened.
Oh, Chief Hubbard. The night of the murder, he fired his gun with intent to kill at one of your officers. Why isn't he in jail awaiting trial?
Hey, here's a better question. Why are you all of a sudden bringing this up now? According to Zach, he only fired that gun to get his prints on the murder weapon, and powder burns on his clothing. Shot was nowhere near my man.
Key words in that statement, according to Zach. After all the times he's lied to the authorities, why should you believe his statement?
Hasn't checked out. Ballistics found the bullet lodged in a tree 15 yards from where my guy was standing.
So, Slater's a lousy shot. There's no reason he should get a free pass. I want him locked up again now.
Forget it.
Are you refusing to do your job?
Last time I checked my job description, there was nothing in it that said I had to arrest every person who upset you.
And what about your boys in blue? How do you think they're gonna feel when word gets out?
Word gets out about what?
You. Turning a blind eye when someone clearly took a shot at one of their brothers.
Keyword in that statement, clearly. There's no clearly about it.
I don't know. Those guys are pretty loyal. I'd be surprised if they didn't turn against you. Can't work for a chief who won't protect his own.
This little vendetta you've got against Slater has nothing to do with the Chandler murder, right? I think you're bent out of shape because this guy's all up in your business, your personal life, huh? So what's the matter? Hank? You afraid of what he might find?
I'm not afraid of Zach Slater.
Well, you of all people should be. Man's got power, money, connections, not to mention Erica Kane as a mother-in-law. You've heard of her.
Who hasn't?
Well, unless you want your dirty laundry aired all over her talk show, I suggest you back off.
Thanks for the warning.
You're welcome. Here's another one. I don't do your dirty work. Ever. And if you try this again, you will have a lot more than a dirty little secret haunting your wannabe ass.
Okay, it is official. Boats plus boardwalk equals 2 little boys who can't keep their eyes open. Zach, we have discovered the secret to future nap times. You don't care?
I'm sorry, what?
You still thinking about North?
No, I'm thinking about Madison. The way she talked about her husband, I didn't believe any of it. What about you? When you brought up Madison to him, what do you do? How do you act?
Honestly, like he couldn't stand her.
Turn the camera and they're the perfect campaign couple.
Well, they have to be, with the press following their every move. It's exhausting. Ask my mom.
Erica Kane, she loves every minute of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she might deny it, but fame doesn't come without a price.
Yeah. Maybe Madison's sick of paying it.
So what, you think she would just turn on her husband?
Yeah. A little help from a new friend, maybe.
Just remember what Jesse said. Don't push North too far.
You know what Jesse needs to worry about? What North needs to worry about? It's pushing me too far. I'm taking care of the DA myself. Excuse me. Hello. Anybody there? Madison. If this is you, say something, anything. Trying to call the number back, it's blocked.
Well, how do you know it's Madison?
I just know. I gave her a card at the casino and I told her to call me if she needed anything.
All right, well, Zach, what if she's really in trouble? I think you should call Jesse.
No.
Why? He's the chief of police.
Yes, he's the chief of police, but he's not an expert on this. Her marriage is broken. She should have gotten out of it a long time ago, but she didn't.
Why?
Because sometimes it's easier to stay than to go.